Hello everyone. In this video I would like to discuss your final assignment project in this class, which is the proposal and summary response to a documentary, article, or a movie. I've called it DAM for short. The first part is the proposal. Now for the proposal, you basically will inform me, your instructor, what is your preference. Your preference could be either to select a movie or a documentary or an article. Now, if it's going to be a movie, a documentary, or an article, it must be something that I've approved. In other words, it must come from a list, and I'm going to review the list briefly. Now, let's go to the list regarding the documentary. So I've got the list here. I'm likely to update the list. So just because you're watching this video does not mean this is the final list that you can see on your screen. I will likely add to it. I'm just mentioning this because I want you to keep you posted on what my plans are for the final project. Now, if you decide you want to select a documentary, then this is the list you would choose from. You would choose from this list. And the next one is an article. So if you decide you want to write an article, you want to summarize an article, you will select this from the list over here. Okay. If you decide that you don't want to read an article or summarize an article, but just a movie, then you will select from one of these movies below. Okay. So you only selected one. I repeat, one from the choices here. And that's what I've planned. Now, back to the proposal. In your proposal, you would tell me this is why I'm choosing this movie or that documentary or this article. I repeat, and I'll say this carefully, you're not going beyond the scope of what I've provided on this assignment handout. In other words, you're not choosing any movie you like other than what I've approved on the list. If you want to do that, you can let me know, but we're going by the list. You're choosing from the list because as a class we're all working together. You're not just going to find your own movie wherever you can find it, but you will select from the list. Now, if you decide it's a documentary, you will also let me know. If it's not a documentary that you're selecting, but an article, you must tell me why you're choosing that article. As I think about this assignment, I'm likely going to update the list, so you can be assured of that. So once you begin working on the proposal, I have listed the specifications. In other words, tell me why you selected the documentary, movie, or article. Tell me what piques your interest or fascinates you about the movie, documentary, or article. And if there are other things you want to disclose as well, you're welcome to do that. That's the part of the proposal. Now, this is the most interesting part because you get to talk about the summary response. Now, in the summary response is where you get to address the article, the documentary, or the movie you've selected. Now, for the summary response, the specifications are listed here. If you worked on the summary response paper, this should be easier. You essentially just doing what you did in summary response. Just this time around, it's based on what I've given you. It's based on either a movie, a documentary, or an article. So of course, you need to create a title for your paper. There needs to be some introduction to the movie, documentary, or article for your audience to understand it. You need to describe key elements of the or arguments of the movie or documentary. And then I need to see you talk about maybe themes, maybe key arguments. You need to describe them. You need to present your response. What is your overall assessment of the movie or the documentary or the article? And then you need to cite your sources on the works cited page. Once you've done that, make sure you proofread your work, review your work, and make sure that you follow the assignment format and instructions. I have listed that here, so this is how I want you to turn in your work. You must provide a title, as you can see here. Then it needs to be this is the format I want you to follow. Also, I need to see that you are following a 1-inch margin. You're going to indent as you see on this screen, and keep in mind the important dates, when the assignment is due, when you need to turn it in. When you turn it in, that's when it's due. Okay, and that concludes my review for the final project assignment. Bye bye.